I forced my YouTube chat to rob a McDonald's in broad daylight to retrieve a forgotten relic of a bygone era in the McDonald's basement to give it back to Ronald McDonald's grandson who resides retired in the Burger King parking lot in Los Angeles, Florida. How this will work is that any action my chat decides to use in a given moment will be put on a wheel and spun around until it stops on an unexpected answer, which then is in turn launched into the AI and tells us exactly what happens next. This is the place that we're going to be robbing, and right over here is you guys. This is you guys, right there. The little guy, the little man's the little guy. You guys have to find this thing called the golden chicken nugget in this McDonald's. We will have this all decided by you guys of what you want to do. I've seen a streamer named Dougdoug do this with a house. Yes, this is inspired by that. What do you guys spawn with? What is the weapon that you guys spawn with? Because you guys are the robbers. You guys are gonna be robbing a McDonald's. Okay, axe. A Glock, another gun, a Glock, give us a gun. Everybody's saying a Glock, a gun, and a lightsaber. Okay, lightsaber. Can we have a hat? Yes, we can have a hat. Okay, here, I'll give him a cowboy hat. You want a poison torch plant? Okay, crowbar, dollar gun. Okay, that's it, 3, 2. We're starting with the axe, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting with the axe. In your inventory, you have one trusty axe. Some say that it talks to you for some reason. Nobody knows. It's an axe nonetheless, and you have it now in your inventory. Which way do you want to break into the apartment? Or actually, do we want to check around if there's anything near the apartment? Check for holes. Okay, so, check the bathroom walls. Check for Glock. Knight armor. Check for knight armor. This is outside of Mickey D's, so I don't know how well that's gonna work, but 2, 1, there we go. You guys check for holes. Hey chat, a voice crackled all the way over a two-way radio. You got the place scooped out? Guys, do we have the place scooped out? Apparently, there is a radio in your guys' possession that you can use to talk to anybody. Who else is on the other line that you're talking to? No, we do not have this place scooped out. Does the radio have a lithium battery? Yes. We're robbing a place for a Burger King. We're not going to a Burger King, guys. We're going to a McDonald's. His eyes scanning the sidewalk outside the neon-lit McDonald's. I'm looking for a way in. You scan outside the McDonald's with your trusty axe. You notice nothing's in the sidewalk so far. What do you guys want to do next? Can we look in the McDonald's for a Burger King? You currently are right behind the McDonald's, right next to the bathrooms with no windows. If you do go in from the side, people will see you. Use the axe to break down the wall. We work for Burger King, which is why we're robbing the McDonald's recipe. No, you want the golden chicken nugget. That's why you want to go here. Hey, if you want their secret recipe, that also works. We need to steal it for the Burger King. Oh my god. So, let's spin this. We use the axe to break down the bathroom wall. So we try to use our trusty axe to break down the bathroom wall. Go into the women's bathroom. Okay, hold up, bro. Comes in. He gripped the axe tightly, feeling its surprising weight in its hands. It's an old thing, the metal chipped and the wooden handle worn smooth from use. But chat had heard its whispered secrets of hidden passages and forgotten exits before. He swiped a bead of sweat from his brow, the cold steel glinting in the flickering streetlight. The axe had never led him astray. We tried to use the axe to break down the wall, to get into the bathroom. Alright, buddy, he mumbled to the axe. Where's the best spot? The axe vibrated slightly. Whoa! Hold it! Building his gaze to a suspicious-looking brick a few feet away. Chat took a step closer, noticed the slight bulge in the minotaur, suggested something laying hidden beneath. He raised the axe and brought it down with a thud and sent a shockwave through his arms. The brick crumbled, revealing a tiny dusty hole. It was just enough for a small hand to fit through. So he's right outside the McDonald's. We hit the axe into the McDonald's. We have like a little bit of a chip into the McDonald's, right? And you can put your hand through it, but you personally can't go through it yet. Do we keep whacking at the wall, guys? Yes. We take another swing at the wall, this time lathering mustard on our axe. Trembling hands, he unscrewed the cap of the mustard bottle. The pungent smell filled in my air as he generously lathered the axe's blade. He whispered to it, "This will be our little secret, okay?" I didn't expect it to get this weird this fast. Spun away, the mustard coating the edge of like a warrior's weapon of old with venom. This time, the brick gave away with a surprising ease, showing him the grit and dust. Chat stared into the gaping mouth of the hole. It's deeper than he expected, and his heart raced at the top of what would be waiting for him. He took another deep breath, feeling himself from the unknown. What is with this anticipation? What happens next? What happens next? We got mustard on our axe right now. Somehow, you guys are really interested in the mustard being on the axe while hitting it into the wall. He wedged his axe head into the narrow opening and leaned it into it, feeling the muscles in his back and shoulders strain. Ugh! The wall didn't give at first, but a granting sound, a chunk of it broke away. The mustard had worked its magic, making the bricks crumble like cookies underneath the relentless pressure. He paused, panting for listening of any signs of disturbance within the McDonald's. The hole's getting bigger, guys. You're doing something. It's getting bigger. Use forced lightning on the wall. Mustard, my beloved. Do we keep whacking at the wall? Or can we apologize with the wall? Yeah, we can apologize to the wall. Or we can use lightning on the wall. Can we jump through the wall like a juggernaut? Yeah, we can run through it. Run through the wall like Kool-Aid Man. I want to whack something else. Bro! You're trying to steal the golden nugget. We're not trying to get horny with our axe Lucy with mustard covered all over it. You already made a big dent in the wall. 2, 3, 2, 1. We keep whacking at the wall, heart thumping in his ears. Chat swung the axe again with all his might. The wall protested a groan with a groan, and another chunk of the brick fell away, revealing a narrow gap into the McDonald's. The bathroom looked empty, but the silence was deafening, thick with tension. You are now able to go into the McDonald's bathroom. It worked. You guys have opened up a huge hole in the McDonald's bathroom with your mustard cover axe. Now that you guys are in the bathroom, what do you guys want to do next? Pull out the phone and text your friend the cauliflower video. I'll send my friends on the many shorts where I give you my bank account money. Put C4 on the wall. We already broke through the wall. Do you want to put it, or we can put C4 on another part of the wall. I mean the door. Okay, you want to put C4 on the door. Tackle the nearest person. You want to destroy every toilet. Speed run Lego Lord of the Rings. In the middle of a robbery with your mustard covered axe, you just like try to speed run Lego Lord of the Rings while you're hearing cops outside. 3, 2, 1. You put C4 on the bathroom door. Okay, so you walk over here. You're still a little bit covered in mustard. But you put C4 on the door. Slowly, he squeezed through the hole. His breath held tight in his chest. The axe scraped against the sides, locking more loose debris rained over his shoulders. He crouched low, cold floor tiles biting into his knees as he surveyed the space. Faint stench of bleach and grease mixed with the mustard's tang, a peculiar cocktail that somehow calmed his racing thoughts. The bathroom was grimy, with graffitied walls and potentially clogged toilets that seemed to have been there since the dawn of time, but it was empty. Okay, I gotta give some guy 100 euros and then do a backflip on a table. We gotta become Mr. Beast. With trembling hands, Chat reached into his pockets and pulled out the C4. The putty-like substance clinged to his gloves. He peeled it off though, molding it to a small lethal disc that fit perfectly in the palm of his hands. He eyed the bathroom door, the gateway to the bustling fast food joint beyond, and felt a bead of sweat trickle down his spine. And the plan was to secure the door, wait for the right moment, and make a breakthrough for the cash register. The C4 would give him the element of surprise, buy him time to grab the money, get out before the cops arrived. He hoped the employees were compliant, as they usually were at this hour. Their thoughts were drifting to the ends of their ships in the comforts of their beds. He placed the C4 on the upper hinge. Crackled again. You ready, chat? Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? Chat says, yeah. Pull the trigger and let this C4 blow up. You got it, chat. Just remember, timing is everything. We don't want to blow our cover up before we get the goods. Chat nodded, his eyes glued to the door, take a deep breath and whispered, here goes nothing, we're giving the signal. A split second later, the C4 detonated with a deafening roar. The bathroom door exploding outside in the shower of the wood and metal shrapnel. The force of the blast sent Chat spiraling to his back, his ears ringing and the air around him thick with dust. It cleared the stars of his vision, and he pushed himself up to his feet. The door was gone, replaced by a ragged hole that framed the startled faces of the employees and patrons. So you break open the bathroom door. The door is now open. Everybody's shocked at what the fuck just happened. You're like at the opposite side of the room. You were too close to the C4 and you boom clashed against the wall. So now you're in this area. There's this old lady who's like looking at the door. Everybody else is looking at the door. For the most part, you're still in the bathroom area and these guys hear something. So they're like, what? Oh, what the fuck? And he comes over to here. So you guys got a couple of employees startled at the fact of the C4 while you're covered in mustard. What do you guys want to do? You have access now to the main area of the McDonald's. Oh, that's a lady? Yeah, couldn't you tell? It looked like Collie. That doesn't look like me. Guys, come on. How dare AI assume our genders? I'm sorry, I didn't think that one through. Specifically the balls. I don't want the penis. Whoa, what am I seeing? Yeah, so basically what's happened so far is we have started out with an axe and a radio, and we covered our axe with mustard. And we broke into the McDonald's bathroom. And then after we broke into the McDonald's bathroom with the axe, we decided to put a C4 on the door and explode it everywhere. What? What do you guys want to do next? Okay, so we can try and chop off the nearest employee's testicles with an axe. We can talk to the nearest employee and say foul tarnished, embroiled by the flame of ambition. We can chop up the old lady or kill the nearest people with the axe. I want to cry. Is that an option? Yes, we can cry. I have to say in chat, throw a book at somebody. Okay. Do we even have books? We probably do. How to fuck a guy. The book. This is the guide on how to get bitches. I'm just imagining chat talking to himself with like several personalities or something. No, he's talking to the axe. Remember, the axe has like a personality of its own and he's talking to it. He has a sensual relationship with it. You guys have a sensual relationship with your axe for some reason. Use the force to open up the door. Okay, we can't use the force yet. No shit, Poison Torch getting horny with the axe covered in mustard. Okay, do we spin it again? No, we don't want to spin it again. Well, you could either chop off the guy's testicles or, you know what, never mind. Okay, the nearest person to him was a young cashier, her eyes wide with terror. The time seemed to slow down as Chat's instincts took over. He lunged forward with his mustard-coated axe, swinging through the air in a deadly arc. She was so close. A single step away, but she reacted with a speed that belied her panic. Ducking under the blade, she screamed, her hands flying up to protect her face. Is being acoustic a mental illness? No, you are musical. Yes, see? If D&D has taught me anything, is that ADHD is a mentality. The axe bit into the plastic tear that she's been standing beside. The force of the blow sending it crashing into the floor. Holy shit. You break into the restaurant and you try to kill the nearest employee. And what happens is the employee on the ground, they're like, no, help me! Help me! And they're in a corridor over here. But then one guy comes over here. So you guys are basically like the villain right now. You're the huge villain. And this guy's the cook. He's like the Mundal of McDonald's. And you guys are like having a battle. You try to kill one of the employees, but you failed. Okay, so now you're in a brawl with one of the cooks. What do you want to do now? Collie, please, I need his balls. You want the cook's balls. Someone pinned down Birdness Man. I feel like he is about to crash out. Please, I need the balls. Yeah, cleaver versus axe right now. That's what's happening. Steals the cook's cleaver plus new weapon. Okay, you want to steal the cook's cleaver. All of the above. You can't do all of the above. This is one move. Can we split personalities inside chat? Do you want to give him a mental illness? More so than he already has. This is gonna make it a lot more complicated if the axe actually gets a multi-personality disorder and makes someone take a shower, alright? Piss shower on the cook. Hey, yo! 3, 2, 1. The wheel's taking the safer option today. Collie, what are we? We are split personality in chat, or multiple voices of the axe telling chat what to do. You know, I think maybe you guys are the axe. With a snarl, chat swung the mustard coat axe with his free hand, aiming for the cook's side. The man was thorough and dodged at the last second. The blade sliced through the air, narrowly missing him, and slammed him into the wall. In the chaos, chat has forgotten about the radio. What the hell was that? The voice on the other end yelled. You have both the cleaver and the axe now. You are dual wielding 2 weapons at the same time. You are a fucking maniac right now. You slam him into the window. Oh God, help me! And someone on your radio yells, what the hell was that? What do you respond with? Shit, I had to improvise quick. His eyes locked on the cook, who was pushing himself off the window, his apron smearing grease against the glass. But we're in. Now's our chance. The cashier had scrambled away and now cowering behind the counter, with her trembling hands reaching for the phone. Oh shit, she's calling 911 on your asses. Here's the cook, who's trying to get out of the window, and is pretty much successful. Stands upright, and is looking straight at you in the eye. Chat knew he didn't have much time. The police would be here any minute now, and the longer he waited, the more likely it was for someone to find the courage to stop him. So the police are coming, guys. The police are coming. What do you guys do next? Some of you guys are saying, can you put a fish in it? Frozen one. Throw a frozen fish at the cook. Call Skelebro. Collie, see what happens when we are the axe split personality? We can try and kill the cashier before they call the cops. 3, 2, 1. Peak cauliflower content. Pulls out the blicky. What's the blicky, dude? With a feral grin, Chet raised the axe up high, the mustard gleaming in the artificial light. The cook's eyes widen in horror as he realizes Chet's intent. He tried to twist away, but the axe was already fallen. The silent promise of pain and humiliation. Oh, fuck. A Chet laughed as a distant cackle that sent shivers down the spine of the terrified onlookers. Looks like you won't be bothering any fast food babies tonight. He sneered, raising the axe again. This time he didn't miss. With a sickening crunch, Chet pierced the axe free. The severed rolls rolling away like a pair of masquerade marbles. The cook's body convulsed, his eyes wide with the pain and shock, and clutching the gaping wound between his legs. Cat looked down at the twisted nest he made, his stomach rolling at the sight. A twisted act to instill fear and ensure no one interfered. With a grimace, he bent down, picked them up with his free hands, feeling the warmth and the slight squishiness. Don't look away, he barked at the cashier, his voice hoarse from the dust and the effort of the fight. She was trembling, her eyes wide with horror, but she couldn't seem to look away from the scene unfolding before her. Do you hate that one random psycho who decided to chop off your balls and eat it right in front of your eyes? Hi, Roy Mays here. I'm coming in to tell you to subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, because it takes a lot of work to make these YouTube videos. And if you want to see more, you better share this with your friends. That is all. You can now go back to the chaos unfolding right in front of your eyes. There is no price on subscribing to the YouTube channel, but if you want to, you can support me on YouTube with the memberships icon for $1 a month. No process, shipping, and handling. Batteries not included. Ow, my balls hurt. You cut off a guy's balls and ate it right in front of him. You know what? Call Skelebro to retcon the entire McDonald's from the timeline. Not your first time. Like, chopping off a man's balls and then eating it right in front of his eyes? The cook is dead. With his balls. You ate his balls. You ate his fucking balls. And he's dead on the floor now. The old lady and everybody else is cowering in the corner. Everybody in the McDonald's is trying to keep cover. Everybody's calling for help. Even Karen with her kids. To entice so much fear. The police are coming. All the employees left and they're no longer here. You no longer have any employees looking at you, so there's a planned success, but you ate a guy's balls to assert your dominance. You guys are psychos. We are insane, not psychopaths. I don't know, you cut off the guy's balls and ate it directly in front of his eyes. Yeah, you're like Two-Face, except instead of the coin, you have the axe. Why do the employees, like, look sad? Because they don't want to be there. This is McDonald's. Cut off the cashier's head? We got 3 options so far. Cut off the cashier's head, eat a nearby cheese in the kitchen, or call Skelebro. Unless just keeping her as a hostage or using her to make a message to the rest. This got gruesome quick, guys. I should have said within TOS, it's gonna get demonetized so fast. This is fucking crazy. Okay, we call up Skelebro. His heart racing, he suddenly felt a chill run down his spine. It was unmistakable presence of something otherworldly. He looked upon, and there it was, standing in the doorway that led him to the kitchen. The skeletal figure known as Skelebro, the god of chaos and destruction, loomed before him, his skull grinning ear to ear. You try to go up here, and you're going through the kitchen, and all of a sudden, Skelebro is here, and he's here. Okay, there is Skelebro. Skelebro's right here. Have Skelebro disintegrate everyone in the McDonald's. You still have the police. The police have nothing to do with us. They're merely little ants. Run for your life. You can have Skelebro immediately disintegrate everything in the McDonald's except you and Skelebro. Skelebro is pissed off, by the way. He is. You have him return the spear. Have Skelebro just change his mind and then give us god powers. Or cast Fireball. Murder's intent is interesting, but I want to see how things play out. Or do nothing. Alright. You cast a fireball at Skelebro. You meet Skelebro in the kitchen. We are so cooked. My spear is still on the fucking moon.
And T-10.
I didn't even know your spear was on the moon. Without hesitation, he called upon the dark magic that's been whispering to him through the axe since he picked it up. Now you're charging up your fireball. And it's coming. It's with the words of the spell left in his mouth, in a rush of the flame, and the fireball grew into the palm of his hand, swelling and crackling with power. It was beautiful. A deadly orb of pure energy promised to incinerate anything that it touched. With a roar that seemed to come out of the very depths of hell, shot through the fireball with all his might, aiming straight towards Skelebro's grinning skull. The fireball shot through the air like a meteor in a streak of crimson that painted the room in a fiery hue. It hit Skelebro square in the face with a deafening boom. The impact sent a shockwave through the McDonald's. The skeletal deity stumbled back, the flames evaporating in the dance of destruction. You knocked Skelebro back quite a bit. You hit Skelebro into the door of the McDonald's. Everything else around you is on fire right now. The old lady in the corner with her purse is absolutely terrified. Look at her face. She can't believe what she's witnessing. Use the cashier as a meat shield. Holy shit. Summon Magoria to battle Skelebro. Remember, your guys' goal is to get the golden chicken nugget. Whoo! That was close. Call up Lilith to bring my spear back. But the moment of victory was short-lived. Skelebro shrugged off the flames like a cloak, the bones of his body clicking back into place with an unsettling ease. The grin on his skull grew wider, if that was even possible, and Chat felt his blood run cold.
You think you can challenge me, mortal?
Chat knew he needed more than just an axe to take down Skelebro, so he reached into his pocket, pulled out a crumpled piece of paper with ink on it that's glowing a faint red. It was a summoning spell, one that he found in an old book that whispered of the ancient gods and forgotten powers he hoped enough for, which is How the Fuck Guys, Volume 1. See here? The book comes in use. Lilith, He called into the paper, his voice crackling with the strain of the magic. I summon you and your spear loneliness. The air around him grew tense, the very fabric of reality bending to his will. The papers flustered in a breeze that hasn't been there moments before. Glow of ink pulsing faster and faster. Figure emerged. It was a woman, tall and lithe, with the skin of the color of the midnight and the hair that flowed like the river of blood. Her eyes burned with the fury of 1,000 suns, and within her hand she held a spear that gleamed with the divine light. So Lilith comes in. Yo, I heard you've been wanting your staff. I'm drawing with a mouse right now, don't judge me. But Chet's hand shot out, the flicker of reality. The spear was in his grip. It was heavier than he expected. The power of the gods resonating through the weapon. He felt a surge of strength, his muscles bulging beneath his shirt. Take out Skelly. The employees and customers have all fled, leaving only Chet and the two divine beings to face off. You now have the Spear of Lungus, given to you by Lilith. What do you want to do now? You've summoned 2 gods already. Chat looks into the sky of 1,000,000,000 suns, away at an asteroid coming down from space. Use the infinite to zombie on Skelebro. Stab Lilith in the throat and start chanting an ancient language to start their 3rd impact. If we just started with the lightsaber Glock, none of this would have happened. You guys didn't need to summon Skelebro, that's what I'm saying. Hide from the fight so we don't get destroyed. Now, if you guys go outside the McDonald's, the possibility of you guys getting caught by the police is really high. Are the police going to fight fucking Skelebro and Lilith? Is the radio even still working? We still don't know who the other guy is on the other side of the radio. It could be Mr. Beast, but that's up to interpretation. We can talk to this guy on the radio too and see if he can do anything. Gordon Ramsay comes in to help. He came from outside. Okay, so Gordon Ramsay comes in from the streets. We got godlike powers due to the nugget. We haven't even gotten the nugget yet. That's what we came here for. We're trying to find the nugget and we haven't found it yet.
Hello everybody, it's me, Rancid Rat Gaming, from the YouTube channel Rancid Rat Gaming. Hello.
Yo, Rancid Rat Gaming, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We're spinning the wheel. Okay, so you guys don't decide to start the 3rd impact, and you don't decide Mr. Fire come in from the shadows or something. Boring, respin. But fine, I'll respin. I'm not doing another respin after this. When does Gordon Ramsay comes to the rescue. Suddenly, the door to the restaurant bursts open with a bang! A bell jingling madly. Cool air washed over the scene, and the phrase strode an unexpected hero. Gordon Ramsay. Here comes Gordon Ramsay out of fucking nowhere. He bursts through the window, and he's right here. He's like, "Oh, you fucked up the land sauce, mate. You fucking prick." The TV star looked wide-eyed. "You're not going anywhere, foul creature," brandishing a steaming pot of what smelled suspiciously like his special lamb sauce. Skelebro turned, its grin fading slightly at the sight of a newcomer. Chat's heart hammered in his chest. He'd never seen Ramsay in person, but he knew that look. It was the look of Chet about to unleash hell in a kitchen. The spear in his hand felt slightly heavier. The power of the gods seemed to dim the presence of Gordon's fury. So canonically, Gordon Ramsay is more powerful than Skelebro in this situation. Ramsay stomped through the breeze, his eyes flickering from Chat to Skelebro, and then back again. "What the bloody hell is going on here?" He roared the pot of sauce, sloshing dangerously in his hand. Chat could see the gleaming of knives in his apron, and for a moment he wondered if he just traded one monster for another. Now we need the 3rd impact? I don't know. Gordon Ramsay might have the solution. "I've got this," Chat called out, raising the axe again. "Thanks for the backup, but I can handle this." What? You have Gordon Ramsay by your side now. He is over here, near the counter. But Skelebro has other plans. With a cackle that sends chills down Chet's spine, it lunged at Gordon Ramsay with its bony arms swinging like sides. Okay, so Skelebro is over here, booking it towards Gordon Ramsay. The TV chef barely had time to react when the skeleton deity was upon him. The force of its blows sending Gordon stumbling back into display of Happy Wheels. He just got mega blasted. Gordon Ramsay's eyes narrowed as he raised the pot of sauce. A warrior's resolve etched into his face. He flung the contents with a flick of a wrist. The sauce arching through the air like molten lava. It struck Skelebro square in the chest for a brief, glorious moment. But instead of dissolving into a pile of bones, it merely sizzled. Skelebro's now covered in lamb sauce from Gordon Ramsay. What do you guys want to do next? Call Arthur Morgan. We need celebrities to help us. Summon the anti-spiral. He said he wanted to summon the almighty powers of Rancid Rat Gaming, I think, right? Call up Adam, just in case. 1. Shattered windows was blocked out by an eerie, most tangible shadow. The full moon above was shadowed by an enormous centipede shape, its edges jagged and sharp as the eclipse from the anime Berserk loomed over the fast food restaurant. The axe is like deteriorating or something. Add a talking flag. My Adam's hurt. Ask Lilith to give you a sword with a cock. Hey, oh no! 3, 2, 1. Add Peppa Pig with a cock. Okay, we bring in Arthur Morgan. As if the night couldn't get any stranger. Window behind Skelly shattered into a million pieces. Figure silhouetted by the crimson moonlight hurled his way into the fray. The shards of glass glinted as they fell, the sound amidst the canopy of chaos. Arthur Morgan comes from the background. A newcomer landed in the grace of the Panther, whose towering presence clad in the duster coat and a Stetson that seemed to defy the fabric of reality. His eyes, cold and calculated, locked on Skelly with a glare that could only cut through steel. You've picked a raw night to trouble, Arthur Morgan growled. At a comically large spoon, Chat's gripped on the axe as he stared at the legendary outlaw, his mind racing. He heard stories of Arthur's exploits in the Wild West. We still have to find the nugget. We do! By the way, I forgot to mention, there's like a little key thing right here, but you guys couldn't see it the whole game because we had our inventory open. So there's a key right here in this room. If anybody wants to take a gander at it, you can. Not saying that I'm railroading, but, you know, that might have something. I don't know. But you guys are in the middle of a battle with Gordon Ramsay, Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption, and 2 deities, Skelebro and then the fucking Lilith. Fuck the key, we're starting third impact. But what about the... Arthur Morgan's presence was electric, his being very seeming to suck the air out of the room, like everybody else was. He strode forward, the clack of his spurs, the only sound in the stunned distance. Chat realized the creature of myth and legend has followed them through space and time. The horse's eyes burned with the same fury and determination as its rider. Welcome to McDonald's. With a flick of the wrist, Arthur's 6-shooter was in his hand, the barrel smoking from the bullet. He just fired. Chat watched as the bullet ricocheted off his Skelebro's skull, leaving a smoking crater in its wake. The skeletal deity staggered back, grin on his face momentarily forgotten. Clear that Arthur was not to be trifled with. Holy shit! So he's now covered in lamb sauce and has a hole in his skull. You can either get the key, add burger, because our hunger bar is low. Holy shit, is that queso? It is queso. He was just chilling at the McDonald's until this happened. Use the Eye of Arcania to banish half-bit Skelebro back into the shower realm. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit! Raised Savannah Spear, the ancient relic feeling alive in its grasp. With a second thought, turned and plunged it into Lilith's throat. The goddess's eyes widened in shock, her mouth opening in a silent scream. Beer's power surged through Chat, and he felt the room around him begin to destroy, and the fabric of reality bending at his will. The world around him grew hazily, and the air thick with the scent of ozone. The spear's tip, now coated in Lilith's dark blood, began to glow with intensity that made Chat's eyes water. The crimson light grew brighter and brighter until it was all he could see. and he knew that he unleashed something unfathomable. The spear's power surged through him, and with the roar that seemed to shake the very functions of the earth, the third impact from Neon Genesis Evangelion began to unfold in the McDonald's. The floor beneath their feet became a sea of LCL. That's what it's looking like now. Raising to shadow them all, Skelebro howled in fury as he dissolving into the crimson mire, the sound swallowed by the canopy of reality breaking apart. Skelebro couldn't handle this and dies. We are so cooked. Chat watched in awe and horror as the spear in his hand grew brighter. Power of the third impact surging through him. Air crackled with the energy of 1,000 supernovas, and he felt his body being torn apart, atomic level. It was an agony beyond anything he'd ever known, and yet he could feel a strange sense of euphoria rising through him. The McDonald's mascots, once cheerful and inviting, are now twisted and grotesque, their plastic faces melting into the bloody soup that filled the room. You guys are very focused on gaining power that you have lost your original goal, which was to get the golden nugget, and you haven't even found it yet in this McDonald's. You've killed 2 gods in one day, I know. But you haven't gotten the golden nugget. With this new power, I will summon a hot anime babe. Make instant ramen noodles to impress Gordon. Oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay's still here. God, dude. Okay, what happens? And then, amidst the madness, she appeared. Rei Amami, the dynamic pilot from the iconic giant mecha suit 00, stepped through the shattered front window. For a moment, the chaos seemed to pause. Oh, okay. So she comes up to you.
Yo, what's up?
By the way, Rei is Lilith. Why do we have Lilith's corpse here? So then there's 2 of her. There's 2 Liliths. Cat hesitated for a moment, the spear's power threatening to overwhelm him. But then, as if drawn by the unseen force, he took a step forward, the LCL parting around him like the Red Sea before Moses. We can't go and continue on with Evangelion. The golden nugget's pretty important to us. We find 100 guys and give them $1 to who finds the nugget. Okay, we pull a Mr. Beast challenge. Mr. Beat challenge. Alright, we're spinning it. Alright. We get Unit 01 in here to try and find the nugget. Suddenly the ground beneath their feet trembled. The unmistakable roar of the giant robot echoed through the night. The walls of the McDonald's cracked and crumbled as the behemoth known as Unit 01 crashed through. Breaks through the door. Down here. He's now here now. And he turns to face towards Chat. Chat's mind raced as the giant machine stepped closer, its massive booted foot splittering the floorboards as he'd never seen something so powerful, so terrifying, and yet it was here for him. The whispers of the axe grew faint, overshadowed by the voice that is now filling his mind. It was the pilot of 01, speaking to him directly, a voice that was both soothing and commanding. You seek the golden nugget, the pilot intoned, a memory that wasn't quite his own, of a legend that spoke of untold riches and power within the mundane facade of the McDonald's. His eyes widened, realized the truth of his quest. The real prize has brought him here. The golden nugget wasn't just a rumor, it was his destiny. And let's say the robot just gave you an x-ray and this is what you're seeing. Pilot is a man though, the mech is a woman. Wait, why is he inside her? Hey, yo! With a blink of his eyes, Chat's vision pierced through the concrete and steel, allowing him to gaze into the depths of the McDonald's foundation. For a brief second, a secret basement was revealed to him, illuminated by the ethereal golden glow. You see a basement with the stairs leading down to it. 3 people in chairs tied up, as well as the elusive golden nugget. Plot twist, the nugget is the true villain? Carl, you really thought this would be normal. I kinda did, but I kinda didn't. I didn't expect a whole ass god boss fight. I will tell you, there is a secret trapdoor somewhere. Why is there a glowing gray object in the top left of the McDonald's? This? That's a camera. You're being filmed. This is all filmed. Reverse engineer the camera to see the man behind the camera. 3, 2, 1. Okay. But there was something else. Something that hadn't been quite anticipated. The unblinking gaze of the security cameras which had recorded every gruesome detail of the battle. Chat felt a flicker of unease that he's been watched. Unit 01 I need you to reverse those security cameras. Find out who's been watching us. With a silent nod, turned around, and it got out its super arm, and it goes... Alright, so now it's working on the camera. The robot's eyes flickered with a new, unnatural light as it ascended the video feed, playing back the moments of horror and the power that unfolded in the McDonald's. And there, amidst the chaos, he saw the famous YouTuber, Mr. Beast. No one would have seen this coming. His face a mix of shock and fascination. The realization hit him like a sledgehammer, and his heist had been reported by the very person he'd been hoping to impress. Mr. Beast? You traitor! You! He snarled, pointing at the screen. You've been watching this whole time? His voice was a mix of anger and desperation. Where's the trapdoor to the basement, you son of a bitch? Where the fuck is it? Let me at him. Don't you fucking chat me. Fear trembling in his hand. Where's the trapdoor? Tell me now. I swear to every goddamn demon I've ever encountered, I leak every dark secret I know about you to the entire goddamn world. Mr. Beast's image on the screen flickered. You're bluffing, he said. You don't have anything on me. What do you mean you don't? Dude, you've been watching the whole time! But Chet's mind was racing, piecing together the puzzle. He'd done his homework, dug deep to the digital underbelly where secrets were traded like currency. Oh, but I do, he hissed a grin. Holy shit! Whoa! You need to make a video of this. I will, dude. AI making some serious allegations. Mr. Beast's expression grew stern. You wouldn't, he whispered. Oh, but I would, Chat said, the spear pulsating his grip. Now tell me where the trapdoor is before I show everyone who you're truly made of. Alright, it's under the broken ice cream machine. So now we know that it's in the ice cream machine. I forgot to draw an ice cream machine, so imagine it's been in this room the whole time. Mr. Beast is gone. He told us where it is. Right beside you is a McDonald's Flurry, which is the ice cream machine. Ray never said she had an ice cream machine behind her. We didn't really notice it until now. This story's on every single kind of drug. Do you go get the key, or do you try and ramage your way through the trapdoor? Unit 01 opens the trapdoor by force. Might be risky to open the trapdoor with force. Let's do a flip. Let's do a coin flip. Frozen fish, your heads. On king, your tails. Alright, we're breaking through with force. With a roar, Chat and Arthur Morgan charged at the broken ice cream machine. The weight of their combined strength slamming together into the metal carcasses. It groaned and shifted. The floor beneath it gave way with a sickening crunch. Gordon Ramsay, with his face a mask of grim determination, stepped forward with the sledgehammer he pulled from the kitchen, adding his own might to the effort. Okay, so everybody but her, she moves out of the way because she doesn't care for some reason. Arthur Morgan's like shooting his 6-shooter at it. And then like Gordon Ramsay's over here like hitting it with a hammer, and you're trying to poke it with a spork. This machine toppled over with a clang, revealing a heavy steel door beneath. Okay, so it gets ripped off. Trapdoor finally gave way with a thunderous boom. The trapdoor opens. He took a deep breath, steeling himself from what lay ahead, and descended into the darkness. The stench of fear and desperation hung heavy in the air, and as he took his first tentative steps, he heard the faint rustling of fabric and the muffling whimpers of the kidnapped souls. He had to keep moving forward, casting eerie shadows that danced along the damp concrete walls. The floor was slick with a mixture of LCL. As he ventured deeper into the abyss, the whispers grew louder. They were faint, desperate, and muffled, coming from 3 figures huddled in the corner, their forms obscured by socks over their heads. Chat's heart skipped a beat. His mission has taken an unexpected turn. The whispers grew into cries as he approached, the bags moving slightly with their breaths. The golden nugget pulsed brighter, the light reflecting off the sacks in a sickly glow. Is the floor covered in semen? Bro! Whoa! Okay, this is not Diddy's McDonald's, bro. Impregnate the gold nugget. Oh my god. Really? Really? There's no way. Guys. He ignored their pleas, his gaze fixed on the prize before him. The gold orb was unlike anything he ever seen, a pulsing mass of light and greed. The very air around it seemed to vibrate with power, and he knew he had to claim it, to wield the power it contained, to show the world that he was not just a common thief, but a hamburglar of chaos and destruction. Chat approached the nugget with reverence of a pilgrim reaching the end of a holy quest. The spear in his hand felt like an extension of himself, a tool of divine purpose that would be used united with his ultimate source of power. The gold was warm, almost comforting against his palm. He could feel the power seeping into him, filling the voids left by his past failures and lost opportunities. The whispers grew faint, replaced by a pulsating rhythm that resonated with the very core of his being. With a sudden surprising move, Chat bent over and shoved the golden nugget into his pants. This is just a normal weekend for Chat, the legendary robber of McDonald's. That's how the story ends. And that was the story of how YouTube Chat became not only one of the greatest robbers in history with the help of his good friends Arthur Morgan and Gordon Ramsay, but also the first robber to shove the elusive golden nugget up the rectum, learn the ancient art of sensual mustard waxing for the Encyclopedia on How to Fuck Guys Volume 1, but also becoming a serial human testicle eater and starting Armageddon from the sheer power of the third impact hitting the second tower on September 11th. 2001. So we're trying to rob a McDonald's and then what happened?